I was born and raised in St. Michael and graduated from Forest Hills High School. I went on to UPJ where I played baseball, majored in history, until the flood hit in '77. My father had a business and it was wiped out in Southport. He asked me if I would take some time off to help. 25 years later, I came out of the mines with a passion. During that time, I helped him run his business for 20 years. We had 20 employees. I'm not a career politician. I know what it is to pay for health care coverage, and I know what it takes to make the payroll. Most importantly, I know how to operate within a budget. My father sold his business and retired in the late 1990s after bypass surgery. I was ready for a change in my career path, and I wanted to give something back to the community, so I ran, was elected supervisor in Adams Township in 2001, and that's where I am today. Here are some of our accomplishments in Adams Township. Construction of a new magistrate's office with minimal taxpayer expense using prison labor. Groundbreaking for a new $48 million middle high school complex at Forest Hills. Securing state grants from Safeways to schools at $500,000 for the village of Creslow. Building a windmill farm, which paid $135,000 to the township in a year in impact fees. Drilling 4 Marcellus wells out in the country, and on a brownfield site, and you're getting the money's coming to the township. Finally, my proudest and most important accomplishment was helping Rosebud to create approximately 200 mining jobs and spin-off jobs by tweaking our ordinances and regulations to allow the reopening of the abandoned St. Michael mine. Rosebud constructed a $50 million water treatment facility to drain the flooded mine and access the coal reserves. The water treatment facility now has eliminated one of the largest sources of acid mine drainage in Cambria County. It also cleaned up 40% of the overall pollution of the south branch of the Lower Conemaugh River. This was all done without $1 of taxpayers' money. I'm very proud of that. I get a little choked up with that. This is what can happen when the private and the public sectors work together. This is not what's happening at the county level. There is no cooperation. There has been basically no economic development in Cambria County during the past 4 years. The only major deal was the sale of Conemaugh Hospital, which was accomplished through the private sector. The Crescent Prison closed with little effort by the commissioners to save it, even though the governor at the time was Republican. The Mesa also closed. All indications in the read the Tribune, the airport's about ready to close. Many of the defense contractors are scaling back, and the list goes on. The current majority commissioners talk a good game. They created an economic development board with $150,000 was allocated away from the community college and cost each Cambria County student another $360 a year in tuition. They have an executive director on this board who makes a generous salary, but who in this audience knows his name? What jobs has this economic development board actually created? Isn't this a duplication of service with Commerce and Jari? Are we really working together here? I could say a lot more about the majority commissioners, but they have competition here, so I don't want to go into that. And my last statement is closing. I'm going to close with I have some therapy session here at 9:30. Finally, let me say this. I'm 60 years old. I could have easily just finished out my term and took my retirement comfortably. That is what my wife wanted me to do, but I didn't. I am running for commissioner because I want to help this county. Right now we have 2 Democratic state representatives, and Brian Barber, Frank Burns, and we have a Democratic senator, and John Wozniak. And we now have Tom Wolf as governor. The stars are in line to lift this county up. We can create jobs and build businesses. If we do not, the crime rate will continue to soar. If young people will continue to leave this area, the population will steadily decline and the downward spiral will continue. We are at the crossroads in this county. It's up to us to choose the path, the right path. Thank you.